Alright, so I'm here with your TLC 2015 review. So let's just get right into the show here. We started off the show surprisingly awesome with a great fucking match here. You got New Day defeating the Luchas and the Usos. I mean, so many great spots here, but the one that comes to mind first is Selena Del Sol through the ladder. That was a fucking crazy ass spot there. It's like, holy shit, they were so high in the air and then they fell through the ladder. That was fucking awesome. There was just so many great spots in this match. Truly a great match. And like, sometimes you'll see a match where, you know, I remember Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell. It had like 3 or 4 great spots, you know, really good table spots. But during the, you know, in between those great spots, or, you know, there wasn't really any good shit, really. But this match, in between the awesome spots, like the Selena Del Sol through the ladder, there was a lot of good quality spots, to, you know, so all in all, this was just a really great match. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. You had, and the New Day won too, which was great. I mean, the Usos are complete garbage. Luchas can wrestle, but they don't have any character or promo ability. So I'm very happy the New Day won. They're like the only good thing in this company. They're charismatic, they're funny, they're entertaining, and they put on a really great match here. They contributed to the great match. So yeah, the great way to start off the show. And I'm thinking, wow, they started off the show with a great fucking thing. You know, this is great. Maybe the show's actually going to be good. Well, I was wrong. Because from this, we had a great fucking match. 4-star match. Then we led into fucking Rusev versus Ryback. Are you kidding me? You know, that's what WWE does. They you know, you're on a high. You're like, oh, that was such a great match. I'm so happy. Then you got Rusev versus Ryback. So then all your fucking happiness just goes away. Because you see 2 fucking idiots in the ring. And then you go from 4 stars to a dud, a 0-star match. Just boring, and I'm getting so tired of Lana being involved, and I'm getting so tired of seeing, you know, it's making me puke seeing fucking Rusev and Lana make out every 2 seconds. Oh, just get that off the television screen, please. So, a boring fucking match here. Rusev wins. Who the fuck cares? Nobody. No, you know, nobody fucking cares. 0 out of 5 stars here. Then we have the Wyatts defeating Team ECW, Team Extreme, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I didn't really think it was too good. Alright, there was a few botches in here. The fucking table fucking broke that one time. And they're like, oh, he fucking rolled off before it broke. So what? It just broke? I don't know. You know, didn't make any sense. They're like, oh, he rolled off before it broke. What, the air broke it? I mean, come on. I know it's not the announcer's fault. I know they're trying to cover up for the botch, but I mean, it just looked bad. I know there was another pretty bad botch in there too. I can't remember what specifically, but so yeah, there was a couple botches, and there wasn't really any great spots. You had, I remember Harper did a suicide dive, and he hit somebody through the table. That was cool, but just not too many good table spots here. You know, I was expecting this to be good, because you're going to have at least 4 table spots, but it wasn't really that entertaining. So I'll give it 1.75 out of 5 stars. Very underwhelming here, I thought. Then we have Ambrose defeating Owens. I didn't think the match was that good. I was very dissatisfied with Owens losing. You know, it would be nice knowing if Owens was off to bigger and better things than this, you know, in the future, but you know they're not going to do anything with him. And Ambrose, I'm not a fan of Ambrose. I just don't like him. I don't think he's that good in the ring. I think he's really overrated. You know, his fucking character, like, oh, he's so crazy. He's a lunatic fringe. How is he crazy? What does he do that's crazy? Like, he's not crazy at all. Like, oh, he belongs in an asylum. He belongs in a hospital. Like, what? What? He doesn't do anything crazy, remotely crazy. He doesn't do anything like that. I mean, if you compare him to some of the crazy-ass gimmicks that have been in WWE and the shit they've done, you know, you got fucking, like, Kane lighting people on fire. What does Ambrose do? He doesn't do anything. He just opens his eyes really wide. That's all he does. It's not a good gimmick. And I don't think Ambrose has that much talent. I mean, he showed promo ability as a heel, but he's not that great a wrestler, and he's just not that good, I don't think. I think he's really overrated. So that match is 1.5 out of 5 stars. So then we have Charlotte defeating Paige, and the match wasn't that good. You had fucking, Ric Flair interfering there. That didn't really. It seemed like pretty obvious that the ref would be able to see that, but the match too wasn't not that good of wrestling. I didn't think. I don't think anybody really cares too much about this match. I know I didn't. So I'm just going to give this match a 1 out of 5 stars. Not that good a match. Then we got Del Rio defeating Swagger in a chairs match. I mean, it was all right at best. But look at I mentioned this on my Raw review. You got fucking Del Rio facing Cena at the last pay-per-view, and now he's beating Cena. So they don't. You think they would follow up on that and put him in a legitimate feud? No, they put him against fucking Swagger, who hasn't been in a fucking ring in like 6 months. Just no sense. So it was alright at best. I mean, there's only so many things you could do with chairs, especially in today's WWE where you can't really hit anybody in the head with one. So yeah, gonna give it 2 out of 5 stars. Then you got the main event. You got Sheamus defeating Reigns, and actually a pretty good, decent match. You had a few good table spots. The ladder breaking, and it was a pretty good match, actually. I'll admit that. I'll give it 3.25 out of 5 stars. Wasn't great. It was good. A few good spots. The thing is, though, it's like you don't care who's gonna win. It's like if Reigns wins, that sucks. If Sheamus wins, that sucks too. It's a lose-lose, and the crowd was, obviously agreed with me because they were chanting for CM Punk. They were chanting, we want Cena. And if you go back and watch that, you hear the people who are chanting, we want Cena, were men. They were fucking mature fans. Older fans. They weren't girls and children. That should be a wake-up call there to fucking Vince. When Cena haters are wanting Cena back, and they're chanting that during the main event. When the fans are chanting random shit during the main event, you know your company's not in that great a shape. All right, so that should be a wake up call there to Vince and fucking. I mean, he should already be like freaking out. Like, my ratings are fucking dropping 50%. People are booing my top baby faces. People are doing. It's like you should already be woken up to the fact you need to do some major changes to your company. But I mean, this is just another example here of how much WWE is going down the shitter. So anyway, though, good match. However, there should be different people in the main event. So yeah, but I'll give it 3.25 out of 5 stars because it was a good. There was some good spots, but you got the League of Nations coming in for just to interfere. That's predictable. But then my question is, why didn't Dean Ambrose or the Usos come out for counter interference? Just again, no sense really. So then you got Triple H coming out too, and Roman Reigns pretty much just demolishes them. That demolishes him. That was all right, decent there. But there you go, people. So there's your Survivor Series review. Overall, I'm gonna give it 3.75 out of 10 stars. I mean, you had a great match to start off the show. You had a good match to end the show, but in between, nothing really too good. So there you go, people. There's your Survivor Series TLC 2015 review.